Welcome to Shomach Shov on the Dav. Shir sponsor Lui Nishma Sarim Be'akav Shalom Le'abbas Yitzchok. B'siyata Dishmaya, we're starting a new Masechta, Masechta Avoda Zara. And as an opening to this Masechta, as an opening to this Daf, we'll start with a question, with a he'ara on the name of the Masechta. The Masechta is called Masechta Avoda Zara. Now, Avoda Zara is a word that describes something which is so far, so terrible, so foreign from Avodas Hashem. It's the exact opposite of the whole idea of Avodas Hashem. How can we have a Masechta in Shas that carries the name Avoda Zara? Avoda Zara, which is one of the Averis Chamuras, or maybe the Avera that goes against HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to call a Masechta in this name. What is the oimik of this Indian? But l'chura, the answer is, and what Rabbi Seder teach us. We're going to quote here the Shlo, who explains it very clearly, but it's brought down in many of the Rabbi Seder even before that. The Arizal speaks about it, the Ramchal, and some of it comes out also in the Maharal. The Shlo writes in a few places that when it says in the Pasuk, V'data yoyim v'shevosa elovecho ki Hashem hu Elokim v'shamayim al v'la'oretz v'tachas ein oid. Kadosh Baruch Hu, there's nothing else but HaKadosh Baruch Hu. What does it mean, ein oid? Says the Shlo, some people think that it means ein oid, there's no other God except HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Ein oid Elokim zulosei. Says the Shlo, that's pashut. That's not a chiddush. That's not what the Torah is telling us. When the Torah is telling us that ein oid means there's no other reality but HaKadosh Baruch Hu. There's no other mitzias but HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And he goes on to say that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is mechadish b'chol yom etuva ma'aseh bereishis. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is pumping life into the bria. Every single thing that is in the world is getting his chiyus, his livelihood from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It's living because HaKadosh Baruch Hu is giving it life right now. And the Shlo, in a different place, in Maseches Shavuos, Torah Ois Mem Tes, goes on to explain that the problem with a Shavuos Shav is you're doing a Shavuot, and meaning you're creating a reality which is connected to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, because you're using the name of Hashem in vain. So meaning that you're, so to speak, making that there's a place in the world where there's no HaKadosh Baruch Hu. There's no such thing. Nothing in the world, everything is HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Hi, says the Shlo. But what about all the koiches hara in the world? What about the Avodah Zaras that we have in the world? So it says the Shlo, what's in Mivur b'divrei kadmunenu, that everything in the world has a purpose. And if there is Avodah Zara, what is Avodah Zara? Avodah Zara is that HaKadosh Baruch Hu's master upon him in order to give a mitzias of something in the world that can make people make a mistake of Avodah Zara. And if they do it, they'll be punished for it. It's part of the challenge that HaKadosh Baruch Hu created, having this idea, this concept, this mistake called Avodah Zara. But that itself, having these powers that seem to be standing on their own, it's also coming from Gilui HaKadosh Baruch Hu. HaKadosh Baruch Hu brought that and has it, and that allows it to be in the world. And this is like the Lashon of the Gemara that we have over here in the Beis Amud Aleph. The Gemara says, what's Eideim? That the Avodas Kachavim itself comes to testify on the Oivdei Avodah Zara. Meaning they have a purpose. The purpose is to come and challenge and then testify on the ones that don't stand that challenge. So Yimela comes out that everything in the world, including Avodah Zara, is part of Gilui HaKadosh Baruch Hu in the world. It's part of Gilui Shechina. And when you have Avodah Zara, there's a purpose for it too. There's no such thing. There's no place in the world where HaKadosh Baruch Hu is not there. And this connects to what we have over here, a Gavaldic idea of Vort that comes out here in the Gemara in the Beis Amud Beis. Because the Gemara in the Beis Amud Beis says that we have the Umas Ha'olam coming to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Roimi and Paros, and they're saying that we did so many big things in the world. Everything we did it for Am Yisrael. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu answers Roimi and says, Shaitim Sheba'olam, you are fools. Because what you didn't do it for Am Yisrael. You did it for yourself. So the Mefarshim ask a question. Many Mefarshim bring these questions, but the one that says it clearly is the Biskurov of the Torah and Parshas Bereishis, the first Biskurov of the Torah. We're talking here in Olam HaEmes. We're talking here Lost Lovely. How can the Umas Ha'olam come and lie to HaKadosh Baruch Hu and say we did everything for Am Yisrael? And in addition, what is HaKadosh Baruch Hu answering them? It doesn't say Shakranim, you're liars. He says Shaitim Sheba'olam, you fools. Why are they fools? They're lying. So answers the Briskerov, and similar is brought down, and Tzaddik HaKoyim brings it, and the Pri Tzaddik, and the Shem Shmuel mentions it, and it's brought down in the Sefer Avoda, that the truth is that everything in this world is done for Am Yisrael, because Am Yisrael is carrying the flag of Gilui HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and they're connected to Hashem, so everything that happens in the world happens for Klal Yisrael. Somehow, somewhat, Am Yisrael gets from it something, either benefits from it or learns a lesson from it. It's known the story of the Chofetz Chaim that in his time they were building this train track going from Russia to Japan. Build-up that took years and years and years, and people died from it. And they asked the Chofetz Chaim, why are they building the train track? He says, I don't know, but it's for Yisrael, for Am Yisrael to benefit. Nobody understood what he meant. When the Holocaust started, the Mir Yeshiva used these train tracks to get to Japan. So everything in the world is done for Am Yisrael. So the Ummah Oilom are not lying. They're realizing when they come to us in Lavoy that everything they did was for Am Yisrael. So they come to Kadosh Baruch Hu and say, we want to get rewarded because we did everything for Am Yisrael. So the Kadosh Baruch Hu, you're right, you did it for Am Yisrael. But you're fools if you think you'll be rewarded for it, because that was not your intention. That's this Gevaldig Pshat of the Briskerov and many other Mefarshim here in the Sugya. According to what we're learning, this is really the whole idea of Avoda Zara in general. Avoda Zara is also plan of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It's also Gilui Shechina. It's also a way for HaKadosh Baruch Hu to reveal himself and to challenge human beings and to bring Gilui Shechina through this. But similar to Ummah Sa'ilam, the question what the intention is. If someone is over Avoda Zara and he's doing it for Avoda Zara, it's a chet chomer me'oit. But we come to Masechta Avoda Zara. We're coming to learn the Torah of Avoda Zara. So now Avoda Zara is Mizgale in its original root, that it's a Gilui of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, it's a Gilui of a Torah. The same way Ein Asa Podnim Minein, everything in the world is Gilui HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You can add to that, Tistakel Bar Raisa Bar Alma, the world is a reflection of the Torah. So we have in the Torah, our Torah, the Torah Sheba'al Peh, we have a Masechta, which is Maseches Avoda Zara. That is also Torah. That's also Gilui HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Everything in the world is done for Am Yisrael. Everything in the world is Gilui HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It's all one. That's why this Masechta can be called Masechta Avoda Zara and be Torah. And that may be why in the first daf we right away point out the Ummah Sa'ilam saying where everything we did is for Am Yisrael, because it's true, because there's nothing in the world which is done levatala. Anyone who wants to join the Shomachshava email list to WhatsApp group, please email shomachshava@gmail.com.